There is just no way. Solo Crota in Destiny 2 was impossible, right? Well, not exactly. The story begins at the end of Destiny 1. Crota was basically Glad's little.
This video is demonetized.
There were so many ways that Crota had been soloed in Destiny 1 that Bungie clenched their fists and shed one collective tear, vowing never to let the big green man get soloed again. Fast forward to the Destiny 2 version released on September 1st this year, and Crota grew a mighty amount of chest hair. No longer was this boss soloable. You couldn't even take his shield down without the sword. And to get the sword, you needed a teammate. See, that's how Bungie flexed the demon back on the community. Crota can't be soloed if you need to pick up the Chalice of Light and pass it off to a teammate to even grab the sword to break the shield. No, the whole raid couldn't be progressed without the Chalice exchange. So unless you had a little Jiminy Cricket, a little Navi, or an extra Exo to borrow from the Deepstone Crypt, you were not soloing the raid. The end. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I cover these absolute legends in gaming all the time, but sorry, this story's gotta end. Wait, stop! We forgot about the Banner of War. The Banner of War? Everyone knows about the Banner of War. Well, they did ban it on day one Crota, so it can be that. Yeah, that makes sense. Banner of War was the first piece of the puzzle and contributed in the solo community's step 1 of securing the keys to Crota's castle. Banner of War is a Titan-only aspect that is virtually the Well of Radiance on wheels. Defeat a target with a melee attack, a finisher, or sword to raise a Banner of War that pulses with energy, periodically healing nearby allies and yourself, and increasing melee and sword damage. Now pair this thing with the busted good Titan exotic Syntheseps that increase melee damage, and a 1-2 punch shotgun that also does some extra damage to stack together, and you have no way to solo Crota in Destiny 2. But you might have a Death Singer to work with. See, this was step 2 to shave Crota's chest hair off. And no, this isn't a Manscaped sponsor, this is just a really bad bit I keep trying to force. So the Battle of Ir Yut began when Snazzy Rock, yes, Destiny's Let Me Solo Him from Solo Nezarec, and many other solos in the game, was shockingly back to try and knock out a witch. But this witch was no queen. She was a complete bitch. Snazzy would smash his head against a wall. Literally, he had to smash his head against these green walls in Ir Yut, because if you didn't have Enlighten buff from a teammate taking the chalice from you, you just couldn't get through. Normally, you just walk through with the Enlightened. You lose the buff, but you can kill your wizard and begin damage. The only caveat is that you need 3 wizards to begin the first phase of damage. And the Enlightened buff, again, wasn't happening, since Bungie kept flexing their extra strength linguini of code. A player named Boop would break every Italian's heart, including Saltagreppo's, when he found a way to crack the pasta in half. Boop put out a proof of concept in which he details using Kepri's horn, shooting outside of the wizard's room to bait them close to the wall. From there, you could either tesseract with the World Line 0 to kill the wizard if they're hugging the wall, or you could spam right clicks with Burning Maul to kill those same wizards. Snazzy would give this a shot, but instead of Solar Titan, he thought of bringing that Banner of War into the fight. Later that day, he did some stuff for his birthday. Guys, you better wish this man a happy birthday in the comments right now. Snazzy asked his friend, and yeah, this is his name still. This is the same one from Solo Nezzy. Bog on my dog for some help. He suggested that Snazzy try a lasting impression rocket to see if that goes through the wall. Then this happened.
I did it! Wait, no!
Then progress just kept happening.
I did it! I hit Thresh! Dude, holy shit, man. Okay, that's that, man. Holy
it, man. Okay. Well, dude, this is so possible, man. I think this is so possible, man.
The main issue he was facing was the wizards just not cooperating, and then staying too far from the door, making his rocket not kill. So he discovered that his positioning was the key. While grappling under the bottom middle, when he was killing one of the far tower wizards, this wizard was already attracted and pulled to the door. This was the biggest thing that he could have found, since it made his runs 10 times more consistent, since the wizard from close was always cooperating once he did this. He still had the main issue with the far tower wizard though, but this was it. He had the wizards as consistent as he could get them, and the damage was slightly down. So he started grinding for a full clear. It wasn't until September 12th that he would reach a third phase right before starting stream. Then this happened.
Oh. No, dude, no. 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 No.
After this, the runs didn't go too well, so he ended up calling it after 12 hours so he could get some rest and get the challenge done.
The next day, I woke up with high spirit and motivation to get the clear. I told my parents, today, it's gonna happen. You guys will hear me screaming that I won. Literally 1 hour into the stream, the impossible happened. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, 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 oh my god! Holy shit! I somehow had the entire universe aligned in that moment, allowing me to have a perfect setup and kill Ir Yut. But I didn't just want Ir Yut. I wanted more. I wanted Crota. The big man Crota. This was the next great moment.
Crota was the final show. And you might be thinking, okay, Evan, Ir Yut, fair enough. Bait the wizards to the door, but you avoided the enlightenment. You didn't just cheat the game, Evan, you cheated yourself. Skipping a mechanic because of funny hitboxes and walls in Destiny 2. Whatever, you have to use a sword relic to break Crota's shield, and you need to do that at least twice. How are you gonna solo him? He has a bajillion health too. Okay, so I understand what you're saying, but what if I told you you just needed the brand new raid exotic Necrochasm, but not the catalyst? Okay, what the fuck? Necrochasm, a weapon of sorrow, the bellows of creation, filled with hymns of madness. It is said that this weapon has died and become reborn in the shadows. Okay, I don't believe in all that hive magic stuff. And Eris, get your rock off my map. Only a little magic was needed. See, Bungie did this goofy little minigame for the Catalyst of Necrochasm. This had you fighting Gatekeeper Knights who also need a sword relic to be killed, but that was Bungie's only weakness. See, these are some Norse mythology mistletoe levels of loopholes in the raid. These sword relics from our silly little Necrochasm Catalyst game didn't need the enlightenment buff. They only needed you present. Bungie thought that everyone would want to get the Catalyst, so they even made sure you remembered this, because once you do have the Catalyst, you can't activate this plate ever again to let the game start. But what Bungie forgot was that low manners love to dunk on Crota. The only problem? How do you get here?
You're with the Oob, how you navigate it pretty much is you're staying as close to the walls of the actual encounter as you can. So to be a bit more in depth with that, pretty much like the walls from the Boomer Towers work, and the wall next to the wall of the Shrieker hallway, because the game thinks you're technically in the map still by hugging those walls. So you're pretty much just hugging the walls, going back to bridge. The path is pretty straightforward. You're just following the path forward.
and hugging the walls. And once you get above the Shrieker hallway, there's a little hole you can pop out of that leads you to the bridge, and you just take the same exact route back.
Now with the oob, it was possible, but another problem came up. See, you can't get back here if you die after the bridge encounter. So in this setup, you would need to solo the hallway, see that's easy, and Ir Yut without dying to even get a chance at Crota. But the Mad Lad did it. Snazzy pulled off the impossible.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine, that's fine. That's it right there, boys. That is f***ing it. Solo, up to Crota. I don't even know what else to say. That's f***ing that. Literally find a way to break Oversoul, and this is cleared, I promise. G f***ing G.
You can see another problem now. Crota has an extra failsafe built into this encounter, the Oversoul. So in the normal Destiny 2 version with 6 players, you need 3 people with the Enlightened buff. 2 for sword duty to break the shield, and another to break the Oversoul when the wipe timer became low to prevent a wipe and begin another damage phase. So the only way to beat solo Crota was to either do enough damage to push him to Final Stand, creating a new Oversoul timer in Final Stand, and then hoping you had enough ammo and damage to kill him in time, or figure out how to break the Oversoul. Cheese Forever would message Snazzy on a potential new method of using finishers to get the job done. So Snazzy, with this newfound knowledge of finisher glitching, just gave it a shot. And then this happened. But that's all to say that Snazzy got this first. See, remember when I mentioned Cheese Forever? Well, he may have helped Snazzy figure out the strat, but Snazzy wasn't the first to try this. A player on Xbox named TBDL X W4R completed this solo a few hours before Snazzy, but didn't upload or really even make it publicly known at all. Congrats to our world's first winner, TBDL X W4R, on this insane accomplishment of world's first solo Crota on Destiny 2. Finishers have always had bugs since their introduction in Destiny 2's Shadowkeep, from solo Queen's Walk to literally glitching through the entire map of any area you wanted to, and now pushing bosses off the map. Was this the climactic impossible solo? Yes, because I don't think this would have been pieced together if it weren't for the community not wanting to do that insane strat to get the solo. But it's definitely not a damage push, just a swift kick to Crota's Scrotas. Does this mean solo Atheon by pushing Atheon off the map can finally happen? Does this mean every boss, from strikes, lost sectors, dungeons, and raids? How far does the rabbit hole go? Will you be seeing another video from me this week on this glitch? And what level of anime boss is Bungie about to become to patch the finisher glitch? The crafting just happened, and it's a big reason I didn't make Ir Yut a separate solo video on its own. But now both bosses from this raid have been soloed, and I'm sure with the finisher glitch, more solo bosses are on the way. Bungie, you just can't stop solo Crota, can you? You'd be better off just embracing this bug rather than patching it immediately. Now, I was thinking, how does every single Crota in Destiny history sound? Pretty fun, right? Well, it's on the way next. I'll see you again soon. Go follow me on my socials and follow all the runners involved with these breakthroughs. Love you guys.